Hey guys, I'm Pascal from Orange Pixel. Welcome back. This week's video is going to be a little bit different than normal. Last week I was a little bit under the weather and my creative hit a very low depth. Not a lot of creative stuff happens. I wasn't creative enough to come up with a good topic for this video even. So this week's video is going to be a little bit different than normal. What we're going to do is let's play Space Grunts 2 with me, the game developer of Space Grunts 2. So I'm going to show you a gameplay session of me playing, and then I'm going to add some information about the game or what's happening or why certain decisions are made in the game, things like that. Something other Let's Players can't really give you because they don't know why certain things are decided, and I can because I created this game. So Space Grunts 2 is now also available early access on Steam, so if you want to try it out yourself and give it a go and give me feedback on the game and give me ideas for the game if you like. If you want to help and participate, you'll end up in the credits of the game. Check the link in the description below. It's on PC, Steam, Early Access. It's cheaper right now because the game is Early Access. The price will go up as we're nearing a release. And that's really it for this video. So after the intro, let's play Space Grunts 2. Right, so let's start the game, and just a little bit of fun playtime. Oh, let me turn down the sound. Basically, I shut down all my development tools, so running into bugs or other issues, I'm gonna try to ignore them. I'm just gonna play the game as a player. At least that's the idea. So first things first, let's select the character to start with. Until this morning there were no stats. Every character was the same, but right now there are stats in the game, so there is a variation in which character you pick. And I usually go for the Rogue, which is Rogue, just a name I gave him, but it's basically the fighter of the team, has more attack skills than anything else. But for this I'm going to use Grim, which is more the middle road. He has attack, defense, and a little bit of tech. And Gadget is the one who has all the tech and not a lot of attack skills, but tech is still a very important thing. Alright, so first level and first attack wave. Let's see. I am going to play this at my own speed, which is probably a lot faster than most of you can read what is happening with the cards, but this does show how the game will be for people who play the game more than just once. The first time you might want to read what's on the cards, but I can see by the icons and the enemies what the best card will be to play, and I'm going to play it at my own pace, and I hope you can follow that. If not, just half the speed of YouTube. And you should be fine. Alright, so all these little plants here can be hit and smashed and shot, and some will release spores, others don't. In my playthrough I usually avoid hitting them, not sure why, but there are a few plants that have negative effects and I just don't want to be hurt by them just yet. So I try to avoid it. So these crates are important to get new cards and new items, because on the left side of the screen you can see your deck. Right now I have 32 cards. Every time I battle an alien, cards will be used, and once cards are gone, they're gone. So you really need to make sure you have cards in your deck. So that's really opening crates, but also getting them from fights or just finding items spread across the worlds. But crates are your easiest targets to get new items and new cards in your deck. The early levels are pretty empty so far, not a lot of stuff, not a lot of creatures walking towards you, really to get the player easing into the game. There's a lot of stuff happening already, and I don't want the player to be overwhelmed. First levels are also a lot smaller normally. There's not as much rooms and corridors as later levels, so it's a fairly quick event to go through the first couple of levels. The first area also has and the first area doesn't have doors and keys. Originally it had, but I figured it was even more overload of information. So keys and doors will be introduced in later levels once you enter the space base and move away from this outworld type environment. And there's the exit. And there we go. It plays pretty quickly, as you can see. The speed and pace in the game is still there. I like that in the original Space Grunts, and I think many players like that. The fact that you can just... It's turn-based, but you can still breeze through it like it's an arcade game. And only take time to make decisions when you want. Because basically if I don't do anything right now, the game remains in this state, but if I take one step, they attack me. It's turn-based, but it's fast turn-based. And the card element, oh wait, a lot of enhancers. This really just adds a lot of health to me, so I want to use those enhancers only when needed. Yeah. So really the card element, the battle, it slows down a little bit compared to the original Space Grunts, but I think it does make the battle a lot more interesting, and it makes you think about your items and inventory a lot more. I really like it, and I hope everybody else will like it as well. And if you prefer the old version, then just play the old game. That's what I keep saying and telling people who don't like the card battle mechanics. Just play the original if you don't like this new way of playing the game. So the cards in your inventory actually open up based on your skill set. So right now I have only a limited set of cards available to me, but as my character increases in experience and levels up, I will get more cards to play with. So more cards, more variation, better weapons, different items based on my skill. So if your tech skill is higher than your tech skill, so technology means bombs will have a bigger area. Those type of cards will appear a lot more. So skill does matter a lot in this game. And let me see. Right, so this is the second area. I should really start hitting those plants just to figure out which is the good plant, giving me all the health, and which is the bad plant, giving me no health. Right, so we're now entering an area with a little bit more of enemies and a little bit smarter and stronger. And these battles can be very interesting, as they are now using shields and power up themselves and things like that. So the first couple of levels are, especially if you've been playing the game more often, the first couple of levels are very easy to go through, but you can really use them to level up your player, get as many items as possible, and just prepare yourself for the later levels. Alright, so this is a station. There are multiple stations, different types, and this is an incinerator. Basically clean up your hand or your deck. Right now I have 46 cards, which means my deck is full and I can't pick up any of the items spread around the level. Meanwhile I have a bunch of crowbars here that I don't really need, so I'm just gonna incinerate these crowbars. Then I get an ammo box in return, which is always a good item to have. As an ammo box card basically replaces your full hand with weapons. So at any time if you're low on weapons and you have an ammo box card, play it and you'll have a hand full of weapons again. There we go. Alright, let me see on the radar. I think we missed this room. No, we came from that room. Never mind. We need to go up. Right, this is another station. This basically turns any card that's not an attack card into an attack card, and if you place an attack card in it, it will give you a defense card. And right now I think I'm gonna replace this zapper with a defense card so that I have an actual defense card in my deck. It's not at the front, but it's, or maybe I should change that. It should be replaced. Oh, that could be a better feature, that you actually replace that card, so in your hand you'll have that card, the access to that card immediately. I should write that down, but since I'm recording this, I don't have to write it down. I just have to record everything I say. Always. Alright, so these plasma bombs that are spread around the level are very good to use, because they do a lot more damage than most of your early weapons. They have a wider reach and you just have to get out of the way in time. And it should be safe for you. Again, my deck is full, so all these weapons are there, but I can't pick them up. I should just shoot more aliens and make room in my deck. I think there's a bug right there. Something with those boots didn't go right, but we'll see. These creatures are tougher than they look and than they should be. I think they should be slightly weaker, as they're already a menace, dropping acid everywhere. So another thing that needs changing. That's really how I've been playing my game. Every time I play, there are things that I want changed or different, and you don't really get to playing your own game as a developer because you constantly need to fix things. I think I'm a little bit lost right now. Let's see. I came from left and there's a lot of acid going on here. I should use the enhancer, giving me extra health points and refuels my health. And that means I can do a lot more walking around again. Although I have no clue where I need to go. Did I miss something? Alright, I didn't go here. See, I knew it. So these robots aren't not a big problem. They'll basically move around until they get hit, and then they start attacking me as if I'm the cause of it. Which sometimes I am, but most of the time I'm not. And scavengers, right. Right now scavengers are just strong enemies, but I really want them to steal stuff from you and then teleport out. So every time they encounter you and attack you, they should be have the option to steal a card from your hand and then teleport out of there, out of reach, so that you need to chase them or just ignore them. That's just a feature that I haven't added yet. So okay, then we should be at the exit. So right now there are two types of rooms. There's the ammo room of armory, that's the blue key, and then there's the exit room, and that's the red key. The original idea I have was to add more type of rooms. I just haven't really come up with the right type of rooms yet, so there's just two type of rooms right now. And almost every level has them. That's also something I want to change. Not every level needs both type of rooms. While the exit room is obviously needed, but it shouldn't always be behind a locked door, and we don't always need an armory. So many things I still want to change and add, but we have time for those things. Yeah, now we should be panicking as our health is dropping way too fast. Alright, let's see if we can find a plant with spores. So there are 4 different types of plants in the game. Oh wait, an enhancer, and there we go. So there are 4 different types of plants in the games. There are also 4 different types of spores in the game, and Every time you start a new game, each plant and which spores they release are random. So you need to figure out on every time you start a new level which spores are being released by which plants, and which should I attack and which should I ignore. And not all plants hand out or deal out spores, so it can take a while to figure out which plants you really want to get. But once you have the one that has the healing spores, it becomes a lot easier to heal yourself, just as long as you have those plants near you. Should we swap something? I would like some defense, but shield. And I'm still going in the wrong direction again. What did I miss? This. Oh wait, I have to go there and then down. Health station, great, but I don't need it right now, so just ignore the health station. A blocked passage and a movable wall. Oh shit, flames, yeah. I loved adding these things to the games. They were in the first Space Grunts and they are now in this game, but I hate them as a player because they do a lot of damage. So no exit here. Oh, there's still flames going on in all directions. Okay, exit. Where is the exit? Keycard, blue keycard, armory. So pick up some weapons. And like I said, there are more type of weapons in the game. I just need to balance it a little bit more, but those cards will become available later on. So right now there's just very, it looks very limited with just 3 or 4 different type of weapons, but there's a railgun, there's a shockwave. I just need to improve the speed of leveling up the player. Everything is still something to balance and figure out what's best. Let me see, hang on. I should really use the enhancer pretty soon. Something's going wrong. I just had an enhancer in my hands and now I don't. So there's something going wrong with the cards. But that's another bug that needs fixing. Future me, take a note, fix those bugs. Let's see. Yeah, there's something going funky with these cards. I don't have the same hand every time. Alright, next area. We're halfway into the game. There's no end boss just yet, so there won't be a real end to the game. But I haven't managed to reach that far into the world anyway, so I doubt I'll survive this round. But you never know. I really don't like how strong these acid thingies are. It just doesn't make sense for something that small to be that strong. I need a health station or an enhancer. There we go. And let's drop a signal bomb here. Did some damage, just not enough. Confused robot. Never a good thing. Alright, let's see. Let's do a double damage. And then shield on this one. And let's get out of here. Yeah, the problem with not killing these acid babies is that they make a lot of acid, which means I can't move without getting hurt. That's really why I want them to have less energy. They should just be something you really like to kill and waste a little bit of time on, and not have to, or not need to waste a lot of time on them, because right now it takes too long to quickly take them out. But you should, because otherwise they're gonna make a huge problem for you later on. So sleeping aliens are always easy. You can hit them with anything. They'll die because they're sleeping, so they don't see you attack. Angry creatures are, well, like this one, a little bit more of a problem because they do more damage and are much more aggressive. So, let's see. Blue door. Not again. Stupid acid babies. Should have killed them all. Alright, let's go up. No card. Alright, so... and almost no health. And almost no cards left, which is still a problem because I haven't really fixed that in the game. So if I run out of cards right now, it's gonna be end of the round. And let's hope that doesn't happen. Give me some cards. A weapon, a red card so we can enter the exit. Reshape, don't need it. The blue card, another weapon. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna survive this game. I just don't have enough cards. Nope, I want to get out of here. Just let me go out. Yeah, I want that weapon. So, that's the end. Right. There's still a bunch of things that need fixing and changes that need to be made, but that's basically Space Grunts 2 as it is right now. Alright, so that's the end of this Let's Play Space Grunts 2 video. That's a long title, but this is the end of the video. Let me know what you think about this type of videos, because if you guys like it, I could play my older games as well. I could play Gunslugs, I could play Heroes of Loot, Ashworld, and just talk about the game and talk about why certain decisions are made and why some things are in the game and why something is missing from the game or whatever. Let me know if you like that type of video, and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next week, hopefully with some more creative ideas. I really need to find my creativity again. I'm not even sure how to end this video. What's that thing I usually say? Alright, see you guys next week. Bye!